A controversial verdict sparked strong reaction across Anne Arundel County. This week, former Severna Park Elementary School teacher Matthew Schlegel was found not guilty of sexually assaulting several of his former third-grade students. In a story you're seeing only on Fox 45, Rebecca Pryor spoke with a member of the jury about what swayed their decision.
Well, this juror, who asked not to be named for privacy reasons, says this decision did not come easy. These 12 jurors, they were going back and forth for 19 hours in the jury room, but I'm told ultimately it all came down to a lack of evidence.
The very first thing that all of us said was, no matter what we do, this isn't going to go good for somebody.
In a case that divided the community and a jury.
We put a lot into it. We turned our jury room pretty much into a war room.
One juror now opening up about the 3 days of intense deliberations held behind closed doors.
We had papers all over the wall. Facts of the case, of reasonable doubt, of the charges, of each victim. You know, it was completely gone through with a fine-tooth comb.
Following a month-long trial, Severna Park Elementary School teacher Matthew Schlegel found not guilty on 18 of 21 charges, alleging between 2022 and 2024 he sexually abused 5 of his third-grade students. The jury remaining deadlocked on 3 misdemeanor counts of second-degree assault.
It's not that they weren't believed. I believe that they believed that this happened to them. I believe that they think that they were touched. I just don't know if it was inappropriately touched.
This juror saying initially the panel was split in half, but in the end, there were only 2 holdouts.
The only thing that you could get out of them was we just believed that he was touched, that he touched them, or he did something. And that's where we got stuck.
On the stand, each girl testifying, Schlegel used the privacy of his corner desk to sexually assault them during the school day. He would take a pencil and go up my shorts, said one girl. It felt unusual, but I thought you could trust your teacher, said another. But the juror says the burden to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt fell heavy on the state's shoulders, citing a lack of witnesses, physical proof of abuse, and what they call a shoddy investigation.
From what was shown to us, the police involvement was only for the initial report. After that, the victims were sent for forensic interviews, and that was the only thing that we were shown as far as evidence that was investigated, and it wasn't even investigated.
They also point to inconsistent testimony and perceived pressure from parents who continued to discuss the case after police told them not to.
There was one of the victims who said that she was behind his desk every day and all of her friends would be at the desk with her. Then it was, oh no, we weren't behind the desk. We were on the outside of the desk. Nobody's allowed behind his desk. It's things like that. There was one parent that was involved in every aspect of this, from the disclosures to informing other parents to informing teachers. It felt like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a witch hunt almost. And the fact that he was a teacher for 17 years and there's no one else that came forward during that 17 years. These kids were all so close together. They were pretty much best friends at some point, or friends.
The verdict sparking strong reactions on both sides.
We believe the girls!
On the day of Schlegel's release, dozens of Severna Park parents creating a sea of pink outside the courthouse, holding signs reading, "We believe them."
I'm 100% comfortable in my decision of this. There's not one part of me that's just like, oh, maybe I didn't do the right thing. I feel like I did the right thing in this case.
What gives you that confidence?
The evidence that was presented to us. I truly feel that this can happen to anyone. Anyone's life can be destroyed over someone making an accusation. But there has to be facts and evidence behind those accusations to do that. The state did not prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt.
Now, as for those 3 remaining charges, the defense is pushing for them to be dismissed, while the state says that they are still deciding whether or not they want to retry them. In about 2 weeks, everyone will be back in court, and a judge will have the final say. Reporting in Baltimore City, Rebecca Pryor, Fox 45 News.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also, take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.